is Native American Heritage Month. Expect to see special events, programs, and all sorts of things in our area this month.
The Omaha Public Library will recognize Native American culture and traditions.
Emily Getzschman is here to share those plans and more. Welcome
nice
back.
To see you,
Hi.
Yeah,
good morning.
good to see you.
You are voting
Good to
today,
see you
I
too.
trust?
Of course, of course.
Yes.
You guys a polling place down there?
We do. Yes, as I was walking out this morning,
That's
they were setting out the
convenient.
cookies and the coffee, so they're,
Well, if
they're
she
ready
lives
to
in
welcome.
that area, I don't know if
Convenient
that's
is
her
that?
polling place.
It's not my polling place,
Oh.
but I'm reminded that I need to go after work.
Yes.
So
It's important.
You are preparing to welcome some authors.
We are.
This month.
yes, we have a couple of young adult type authors that are coming. They write about very different things, but they're really kind of interesting, especially this first one that's next Wednesday at Metro Community College South Omaha campus, where we also have a library there. So we're co-sponsoring that with them, and this is Gary Soto. And he's well known for being a prominent voice for Mexican-American literature, but really he writes a lot of coming-of-age type of stories. I was just leafing through the poetry book, which, you know, kind of just brings back childhood memories of first loves and these weird feelings, and I was like, some of these things never change. So it's a lot of coming of age stuff that is really kind of fun to read again. And then of course Jennifer Nielsen, she's next Thursday at our Swanson Library. She writes a lot of fantasy for middle grades, junior high. It's kind of the crowns and the thorns and the rings and things that I don't know a lot about, but kids like.
Young people would. Why are these author events cool? And if somebody's watching now and they're going to their first, what should they expect?
Well, they can come and the authors typically share a piece from one of their books. So they'll read from their most recent release and they can hear from the author, and then they'll always do a Q&A session. So kids who are either interested in learning more about the book and what the inspiration was, or kids that want to learn more about writing themselves can hear it directly from the author. And then after they're done with the Q&A, they can get their books signed, and that's something they can keep forever on their collection.
Yeah, so they get to come up and talk to some of these authors, at least for a little bit when they get their books signed.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
and
they're
get their
pretty-
picture taken if they like, and keep that in their scrapbook.
Right.
We started off this visit talking about November.
Yes.
And you've got some plans to honor those traditions and cultures, which we all want to learn more about.
We
so what do
do.
you have going?
We work very closely with Humanities Nebraska, and they offer a variety of programs that really anyone can take advantage of, but being able to offer them for free through the library is a really wonderful opportunity. They have storytellers who are from different tribes and have passed down traditions and stories from generation to generation, and then they come and share them with us. So they'll tell stories about animals, they'll do songs, and they'll bring instruments. We even have one that is part of our Common Soil Seed Library programming, where they'll talk about the different foods that are grown in this region and how they can be used for medicinal purposes or other things.
Native American Heritage Month. What else do you have planned this month?
We have all sorts of things as usual.
I know, yeah.
As you've come to know, we have book clubs, we have computer classes, we have ESL classes, we have GED classes, we have an Ask a Nurse program. So you name it, we've got something for everyone.
And the cost for these type of events,
It's free.
it's all free.
It's all free.
He was baiting you.
Yes, yes, there's never a cost.
We were looking at the graphics, and the print was sort of small. Even, you know, if you've got perfect vision, it might have been hard to read. So that's why we always direct you to the website. OmahaLibrary.org spells out all of it. So if it's the author events, if we're honoring our Native American cultures and traditions this month, the locations, all of that is at OmahaLibrary.org. Thank you, Emily Getzschman, for coming in today.
Good to see you, Emily.
You too.
It's great to see you as
Thanks.
always, and give
Yeah.
Mr. Wasden our best.